Hello there, welcome to another edition of Dateline Lagos. I'm Loretta Chiogo. Let's take a look at the highlights of what's coming on the program this week. Lagos State Government earmarks 181 inner roads for construction as Governor Akinwumi Ambode holds 6th Town Hall meeting in Mile 12. Governor Akinwumi Ambode hosts British High Commissioner to Nigeria and his German counterpart, promises to scale up bilateral relationship between the state and the two countries. There's also an update on the sale and distribution of the Lagos Kebbi rice. Let's begin with the big one. Governor Akinwumi Ambode hosted the first quarterly town hall meeting in 2017. At the event held in Mile 12 for residents of Lagos East Senatorial Zone, the governor announced plans to construct 181 local government roads to be added to the 114 roads which his administration promised to deliver every year. Take a look.
The Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, hosts the people of Lagos East Senatorial Zone for the second time since the quarterly town hall meeting was introduced. In attendance are elected officers, political appointees, community leaders, religious and traditional leaders, youth and women groups, as well as market men and women.
Governor Akinwumi Ambode presented the year.
It's a platform to engage the people on issues of governance, brief them on the progress made in fulfilling his electoral promises, as well as hear their needs and where the government's intervention is most required. Governor Ambode begins by outlining key achievements in the previous quarter, that is between October and December 2016. Areas include housing, agriculture, roads and transport infrastructure, security and employment. In housing, the state governor says it successfully launched the rent-to-own and rental housing policy under the Lagos Home Ownership Mortgage Scheme in October.
There are presently 4,355 units available. Right now, we have about 500 applicants pre-qualified so far, and the whole allocation will commence next week. And I urge other people who will be interested to just take that advantage. This is a fulfillment of one of our promises. It gives you the opportunity to pay just the same way I've explained. And once you pay, the total cost of the property is liquidated over a period of years, and then ownership is eventually transferred to the beneficiary.
The partnership between the Lagos and Kebbi states in food production became realistic with the launch of locally produced Lagos Kebbi rice in December. The product was made affordable to residents during the year-end festivities.
So much has been said about the lake rice. The sale of the lake rice is still ongoing, and we'll be selling across all our local governments and our markets, and it's still the same price of 12,000. We are rehabilitating the Okoba Abattoir and Larynge complex in Agege, in line with the promise to increase meat production output, develop the red meat value chain, and then restructure the complex for improved operations. We intend to fence it around and clean up the place. It's in a bad state right now, and we need to just clean up that place.
Progress was also made in road construction and transport infrastructure. Governor Ambode lists a number of roads and transportation improvement initiatives.
In the last quarter, there are a lot of road constructions that we did. The Mara Depot Road, Ijegwen-Egba in Amuwo Odofin, Imeke Ajido Bridge in Badagry, Adisa Bulu Street in Oshodi, and then Adisa Balogun Ibo Street in Alakpere. And then the improvements that we've been doing on the Lekki axis, removing all those roundabouts, about 3 of them, and then the flyover, which we believe the flyover will be completed before May 27.
There were also improvements in safety and security, as well as employment.
Our government stepped up activities geared towards community policing to complement the police and other law enforcement agencies in the state. We inaugurated the board of the state's neighborhood safety corps. The safety corps will become operational before the end of March. The idea is this: we'll have 100 safety corps in each local government, so we'll be recruiting 5,700 people in the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And then we'll launch it with serious equipment that we now use to complement the efforts of the police. With our efforts, a very significant reduction in crime was recorded in the state during the last festive season. We remain committed to a safe environment. Our expenditure on security has been fruitful thus far. In December, we issued offer letters to successful candidates under the first phase of the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund initiative. We will intensify our efforts to assist all our unemployed youths and artisans to access the funds available at the Employment Trust Fund in this quarter.
Governor Ambode announced that his administration will continue with more urban regeneration initiatives, building new infrastructure and maintaining existing ones in the months ahead. Some of the key projects to be undertaken include the Agric Ishawo Arepo Road in Ikorodu, Ajelogo Akinomodu Road Rehabilitation, Oshodi to Murtala Mohammed Airport Road, Ketu Alakpere Inner Roads Phase 2, Oke Osho Araga Poka Road in Ekpe, and Topo Garage to VIP Chalet in Badagry. The state government also plans to construct bus terminals and depots in Yaba, Ikeja, Oyigbo, Anthony, Ketu and Toll Gate, with full takeoff of BRT along Abulegba Oshodi axis.
As we continue the task of ensuring good governance in our dear state, I am confident that this year will bring succor and new opportunities that will foster prosperity for Lagos State and all its residents. Equipped by this conviction of a progressive and prosperous Lagos in no distant time, I urge you to continue to support and cooperate with our administration to achieve the lofty ideas and plans to make Lagos a prosperous state. I urge you to remain faithful in payment of your taxes to help our government advance the task of building Lagos into a prosperous state of our dreams.
Most of the questions asked and requests made by residents during the interactive session bordered on the state of inner roads, the need to upgrade school infrastructure, and health facilities in remote areas.
We have some issues on this axis of Lagos State. That is after Mile 12, going to Ajegunle, Irawo, Idera, we have problem there. There is this issue of the water that comes, the flood. Anytime the flood comes, it inundates our sites here. We have this place is mosquito infested. We don't have a single health care facility here. We don't have schools. We don't have police station. So the place is very, very, very inhabitable. And the population of people here is almost about 1% of the entire population in Lagos State. So we want you to help us to look into how we are going to develop these areas. In the evening, when Owode Onini Market people closes, there is always a very heavy traffic jam here. The Princess Bola Kazim Road is the first road after the canal. The government can do that road. It links straight to Ajegunle. That can be an auxiliary road to the express that would help traffic to be lessened when Owode Oniri closes in the evening.
Because of the success that we have recorded with the 114 roads last year, which we did 2 roads per local government, I want to pronounce here in the newspapers and the media, we are advertising 181 roads, which will be done in all our local governments. Some local governments will have 3, some will have 4, but the average is that 181, if you divide it by 57, that means a minimum of 3 roads from each local government. And the choice has been made by the local government in conjunction with our engineers so that we can make economic sense of the roads. And we think when we continue in that pace, we're likely to touch some of the roads. A lot of our schools are undergoing repair, but it's just a scratch of the surface. We need like 60 billion naira to put all our schools back, not to talk of even building new ones. But that doesn't deny the fact that there are some new communities springing up in Lagos that need new schools. which we have technically left them behind. Even schools who are in the riverine area, they have to take canoes. You can imagine young people below the age of 10 have to take canoe to go to school on the mainland. And I just think maybe, we could speak to that as we move on.
Governor Ambode says government will ensure that their needs are promptly met. He expresses optimism that 2017 holds great expectations for Lagos, especially as it sets to mark its landmark Golden Jubilee.